But you guys doing some good things down at the county.
Yeah, we are. Excited. Real excited.
Happy to partner with you guys.
We're happy to have you as a partner. Yeah, very productive meeting. ED. Well, she must be here. I see her stuff in the plate.
She walked in with me.
Okay.
Yeah, she's here. She'll be right back.
Afternoon, Patrona. Good afternoon, sir. How are you? I'm good. I'm good.
Very good.
Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, exactly.
Good afternoon, everyone. This meeting will come to order. It is to be noted in the book of minutes that required 48-hour notice was mailed to the office of the Times, the Trentonian, and the clerk of the city of Trenton, as well as posted in the main entrance of the authority, 875 New Willow Street, in accordance with the New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Gentry,
Present.
Commissioner Green,
Present.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner Raines,
Here.
Commissioner Stadium,
Here.
Commissioner Walker,
Here.
Commissioner Weldon Gordon.
Here. At this time, can I have the approval of the regular meeting minutes of the executive session? Oh, I apologize. Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none.
This agenda.
This agenda right now. Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Gentry,
Yes.
Commissioner Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner Raines,
Yes.
Commissioner Stadium,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Commissioner Weldon Gordon.
Yes. Can I have a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes and the executive session meeting for the meeting held on June 11, 2025?
So moved.
Take a second.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Gentry,
Understand.
Commissioner Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Raines,
Yes.
Commissioner Stadium,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Commissioner Weldon Gordon.
Yes. At this time, we have resolutions.
Resolutions 25, 29 through 2930 will be presented by Mr. Squire Tibbs.
All right.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon.
All right, we'll start today with Resolution 2529. This resolution authorizes the approval of disbursements for June in the amount of $1,122,861.43. For the month of July, in the amount of $2,405,183.93. And for the month of August, for $1,135,645.14, split between the general fund and the capital fund, respectively. It is my recommendation that the Board of Commissioners adopt a resolution approving the disbursements for the month of June, July, and August.
So moved. Any questions?
You still have the motion.
Can I have a motion to adopt adopt resolution 25-29?
So moved.
And I hear a second.
Second.
Any questions?
Comment. I was overwhelmed. I'm sure this report was good, but that was a lot of information to take in right in a couple of days over the weekend. So I would just ask, this is my first summer with you, and so I would just ask that maybe we can get this information over the summer to look over. It was a lot, right? It was, yeah, a lot of money going through. I'm sure it was in good hands. It was just a lot. I couldn't.
Definitely, yeah. We did have a busy summer. There was a lot of things going on, a lot of projects that were coming.
So, yeah, so maybe going forward after, while we're in hiatus, that we can get those financials so we can be better prepared in September. That's all I was going to ask, but the report looked good. Thank you, Mr. Tibbs.
We'll do.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
I have a question, Mr. Tibbs.
Mm-hmm.
The 1 million was June, the second was July?
Yes,
The
Jill.
2 million?
July was $2,405,183.93.
Can you tell me why so much in July?
So July is our property insurance payment, which is about $458,000. That comes in July, and that's for the full year. So that covers all of the properties for the insurance. So that comes out, and every July we pay that. So $456, $398 is the total amount for the insurance, for the property insurance that we pay for all of the properties here at the Trenton Housing Authorities.
Thank you.
So that's why that elevation, and as you mentioned, like the spike over the summer for those bills that come in. And then and as well as increasing PSE&G bills. So PSE&G has been, going up, the rates have been going up, as well as we're at a hot summer, so there's been a lot of usage as far as electricity, running the
Here and in
the
my
air and
house.
everything. Right? I know that's right. So those charges are coming in, but we are monitoring them and working with a number of different groups to keep those under control.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
The
Commissioner
water
Ray?
bills went up also, right?
Yes, we've seen a little bit of a spike in the water bills also, so we're working with the water company as well as some of our outside contractors to maybe even install some meters to try to see if we can't get a read on, where the usage is coming from. So we're trying to capture that as well. But that's all part of our plan as we continue to push forward into Q4.
Thank you.
If
Any
they
other
go, if they
questions?
go with their plans, what they want to do with the water, it's going to go up even more.
Yep, 14% in January.
Yeah, there have been talks of spikes or increases in rates.
50% over the next 5 years.
Any other questions? Hearing none, roll call please.
Commissioner Gentry,
Yeah.
Commissioner Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner Rain,
Yes.
Commissioner Sadie,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Commissioner Weldon Gordon.
Yes.
For the next one, we have Ms. Polk, Ms. Christie Huff, that will be presenting our paper.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Resolution 2530 is a resolution of the Housing Authority of the City of Trenton approving and authorizing as Executive Director to submit a 5-year and annual plan for fiscal year 2026 to 2030 and for the annual plan for 2026. Every year, we are responsible for submitting an annual plan to HUD. This year is our 5-year and annual plan. So every 5 years, we have to do a 5-year plan, but every year we still have to do an annual plan. So we did a 5-year annual plan. We worked together collaboratively, all the directors, and came together with a plan of what we would like to spend the capital funds on for the next 5 years. We met with the residents. We had a resident advisory board meeting on August 20th, and then a public meeting on September 2nd. And as a result, we have a draft plan to present to the board and also to submit to HUD. It is recommended that the Board of Commissioners approve this plan.
Can I have a motion to adopt 25-30?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Any questions?
Question, Madam Chair.
Commissioner Staton?
Was the public hearing
Sort of, yeah.
Is something can I get access to?
Well, okay, let me just speak. No one attended the public meeting.
Okay.
So we did do a presentation though.
Sorry,
Yeah, so when I say we did do a presentation at the RAD board meeting on August 20th, it wasn't a virtual meeting or it wasn't a, so we don't have recordings, but we do have a presentation. And I know Mr. Gopley's plan on presenting that plan again to, I think, staff soon as well. So I can give a copy of the presentation if you want to be provided with that.
No, I'll wait till you do it. I didn't really know about the second, but after I come, I was just coming off late then.
Yeah.
You have such a big
So we have to
event.
advertise it in the paper, so
Okay.
we did that, and we expect the public to come out, but, you know, and it will be posted on our website as well as soon as we adopt it, as soon as it's adopted and approved.
And you plan on presenting it again when?
To the staff in October. So
October.
once we have that date correct. We're at October 6th, there we go. Yes.
Thank you.
What properties are we looking at for RAD again?
Right now, Prospect, Frazier, and Campbell Homes. That's the next group that we're looking to do. Of course, Donnelly Homes with part of the Choice neighborhood as well.
Any other questions? Hearing none, roll call please.
Commissioner Gentry?
Yes.
Commissioner Green?
Yes.
Commissioner Rainey?
Yes.
Commissioner Staton?
Yes.
Commissioner Walker?
Yes.
Commissioner Weldon Lewis?
Yes. At this time, we have secretary's report.
Alright, Commissioners, in front of you, we have 3 memos. The first memo that we're addressing is our Inspire Emergency Services. So per our THA recovery plan, we had to engage Inspire in Inspire pre-inspections as well as Inspire conducting the actual services for those results. That also adds to our spike in revenue that was spent in June. Those particular services that we spent on making sure that we address our life-threatening issues that was presented per the Inspire inspection. This measure was deemed necessary because, you know, of our recovery plan. Has pushed us to make sure that if we are deficient in any services, especially with staffing and addressing our scores, this will help us, you know, boost these scores in an efficient manner. So right now, we're awaiting the actual date to be scored. They were scheduled to come out for Donnelly Homes, but due to inconsistencies in our numbers with our vacant units and occupied units, they had to reschedule that one. So we're waiting to see what becomes of Donnelly Homes, but we, you know, went forward and did Wilson Homes. The second memo that we have is to notify the board of our intentions of pursuing additional banking services, making sure that we can open up, you know, opportunities for leveraging the funds that we are responsible for. This would give us an opportunity to bring banking services into the Choice neighborhood community, and, you know, really trying to address some needs for, you know, the unbanked. You know, those deficiencies will help us have a branch at one of our locations here, either here at the Donnelly Homes location or at the Junior 1 location. But we will, you know, open up interest and make sure that they know that, you know, services. So for managing any of our funds, they'll be having a branch on one of our sites. The next question. Request.
So you want to have like a bank when they, if I'm not mistaken, Algernon Ward, when they talked about having a bank on site.
Yes, ma'am. This will be a reputable financial institution. This will be a FDIC insured financial institution.
Okay.
Secretary, you stated before that, you know, we do banking with TD Bank, so they should invest back into our community. So
Yes.
I think you need to put that on the record too.
Yes.
You know, so people will understand more, because we just got, like $19 million from HUD too, so
Yes.
where's that money? It's in TD Bank or other places, gotta invest it. So they gotta invest in us too.
Correct. So those banks, they make money off of the money that we house there. They leverage that money to give out loans, stuff of that nature. So our community ask is making sure that, you know, there's financial literacy courses. There's a place that, you know, our residents, our community can go to do different day-to-day transactions for paying the rent, for getting checks, you know, different depository needs. So that's one of the benefits. But we'll see what comes back from the request of proposals and the services that they're providing. You know, we'll choose the one that's most beneficial to our community.
Madam Chair, this RFP is out.
I believe is it out or is it?
No, it's gonna be published next week, Monday.
What was your question, Commissioner Satan?
I wanted to know,
Oh, okay.
it ain't going out yet, the RFP.
Yeah, so we're sending out the request for qualifications and different things along those lines over the next week.
Are you proposing a standalone building or something within our structure?
Within our structure.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
So we will be renting out to a financial institution, bringing in additional revenue as well.
So this would actually kind of kill two birds with one stone, because we have a commercial property in the Junior One building that we're proposing. So that commercial space could possibly be utilized for this banking partner. So they would be able to, you know, service our residents on site, as well as we would also be able to fill that commercial space and possibly, I guess, open up another stream of revenue.
So I have a question. So knowing there's nothing there yet at the Junior One site, so what happens if the institution don't want to have a branch on that location?
Well,
They wouldn't
Well,
respond to the RFP?
yeah, it's part of,
Okay,
yeah, so yeah.
they
we're-
have to respond. to
Correct,
it.
correct. I mean, and it's still up to us. It's not, this isn't finalized. I mean, we would still have the final say-so to see, you know, of who comes back in and positions themselves or responds to the proposal. And then we would then kind of bring it to, I guess, do a review of those individuals and then decide if that's something that we wanted to move forward with.
Is this being done in other housing authorities? Do you know, are we the first?
I'm not sure.
We're the
I'm-
first,
yeah.
but other housing authorities have credit unions, they have other banking components, financial institutions within their.
On their property?
Yes.
Could
So
I get a
as-
copy of the RFP too, just so I can, because you can, to your point earlier, you can reject all bids or you know, specs in it that will talk about the different things they have to respond to.
Yeah, we're going out early now because this will kind of help us with the design of the, you know, facility, because we're still under the design and kind of during that, I guess the architects are reviewing the layout for the property as it's made for now.
Also to spark interest in the community. You know, if you look at what's there, we don't really have any anchor institutions along MLK Boulevard or within our choice neighborhood.
That makes a lot of
So
sense.
it would be a leverageable component for additional development.
I agree, Jared. It does make a lot of sense. I just wish we had just a little more research and background information that commissioners could take a look at. Like, I really would like to know the name of a housing authority that's doing it now.
Well, as a semi-affordable housing wise, New Community in North, they actually do it. They started their own financial institution. So they started their own credit union and they give out financing to residents. So if a resident wanted to leverage money using our, Section 3 initiatives and using our FSS initiatives through HUD, family self-sufficiency initiatives, the New Community organization actually provides the loans themselves. So we're not trying to take on that particular effort,
Right.
but what we're trying to do is make sure that there are services available within the community.
You know, no, I get it. I just, It's great, but.
We have more time to do some work, we'll do some
Yeah,
background
I-
too, and I'll be,
This
we'll
This
definitely
is a
look that up.
precursor to going out. So we just wanted to be upfront with the board, let them know what's going on and some of the ideas that we have going. When the RFP responses come back, there's still that selection process. The board still has the ability to vote on it. We still have the opportunity to vet it. So it's not, nothing that, like Mr. Tibbs is saying, nothing is finalized.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Real quick, yes, the bank will be in a position where it can also service the community, not just housing authority residents, but also the neighborhood or.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
There, as an example, we have a lot of small businesses that we work with. You know, one of the part of the negotiations to make sure that those businesses that we work with can leverage the opportunity that we have. If we're using a company like Job One would have the ability to take out loans or whatever is necessary from a banking standpoint, because we have an institution here that is our partner. Right now, we don't have a partner to refer any of these other banking, any of our partners to for banking needs.
This will be totally separate from TD Bank.
I was gonna say that, yeah, this is an extension.
Unless TD Bank comes and they put in, they say they want to be in our neighborhood.
Okay.
The TD Bank says it and they can.
Give me
offer
$20
some
million,
services.
I'll do with that.
Well, we're not doing all that. We're not doing anything with it. They're not
No,
gonna be
no,
a primary.
they got $20 million of our money in their bank.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, it's another opportunity.
Okay.
Good job,
Any other
Bill.
questions? Any other questions?
Yeah, one more now.
Yes. This is third one.
Before we heard the new business.
All right, so that's for the third memo is for new business.
Okay, we go back to the first, I see the RFP request at a minimum would have this, but I don't see the FIC insured.
That's within, it's gonna be within it. It's all within that.
Okay.
We'll get a copy of that to you.
And that's a HUD regulation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for us, even pursuing another banking option, we have to do an RFP and put all of those requirements within there.
Thank you.
Okay. At this time, I know it's not on the sheet, but is there any old business that we need to discuss?
We didn't do the congressional support.
No.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry.
It's new business.
Yeah.
We jumping ahead, Commissioner statement. I'm right there with you.
Hearing that there's no old business we need to discuss, new business,
All right, so from a new business position, a part of our meeting with the HUD regional administrator, some guidance was provided, and it was suggested that we reach out to our congressional leaders, our Senate leaders, and try to establish support for some of the funds that they actually have. And so I seek for your support as a board, and how do we approach our congressional parties to make sure that we can seek benefits from their direct spending options. So Congress has the ability to take specific funds for special projects and designate those, and it's basically under their earmarking perspective. So I would need you guys, working with the executive director, we'll put together a letter and we'll, pursue those congressional members to see how can they earmark some of these funds for us. These funds can be designated towards infrastructure projects similar to addressing the gap funding needs that we have with choice neighborhoods, as well as any additional projects that we have going forward that we may need for RAD projects. So there is federal funding that's available, and we as a unit, as a collective, can pursue our senators and congresspersons to make sure that we're earmarked funds. So for news business, I think we should take a stab at it and go after whatever money is available. That's what I have.
anybody else have any new business?
No,
Commissioner Reigns,
I had a question.
question?
If I'm I'm not mistaken, your predecessor had in-depth conversations with Senator Booker and Congresswoman Bonnie Watson-Coleman, am I correct?
Yes.
So, you know, they're aware of what our needs. I think we just need to also reach out to Senator Kim and, you know, move from there. I mean, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We've been,
Well, yeah, not reinvent
well,
the
they
wheel.
know where we are as far as our funding.
They know where we are, but
Yeah.
they haven't been updated on our shortfall level.
Oh,
We didn't
okay.
receive the total amount of money, as well as
Well-
having a direct ask.
Congresswoman Watson-Coleman was there
Yeah.
when they brought the short check to us, so I'm
Right.
sure she's aware.
So
But
now it's a
we-
follow-up, yeah.
You know, we just need to follow up.
So from what they know already, have we received any kind of feedback
From,
based on
from who?
Senator Kemp and Congress?
Well, no one's reached out to Senator Kent yet, because he really wasn't elected,
Yeah.
you know,
At the time.
at the time. So he needs to be brought into the loop, but I know Senator Booker's people have had
Yeah,
extensive.
we gave them a packet for that.
Right.
So we gave them a packet asking for support to get the choice. But as far as the additional funds, we haven't pursued for the additional funds.
So you're gonna develop an ask
Yes.
again?
Yes.
I see it.
We still
And
need-
you need the board to sign also.
To sign off on it, to be supportive of the
Of
initiative.
course,
Yeah.
goes without saying.
That's new business that came to us via our meeting with the HUD regional administrator.
We better act fast, because they might snatch that money back.
Well, they do it every year.
Well,
So every year you have the ability to do the earmarking. And so if we start now, hopefully we can get something from the 26 budget. But if not, we can build the foundation for the 27 budget.
I don't know if it's old business or new business, but I did circulate to the commissioners a while back some proposed goals and objectives for the executive director. I don't know if you want to discuss that in executive session.
it's a personnel item, we need to discuss it in executive session.
So my suggestion is if we do that, I don't think it requires action after we're done, so I think we'd adjourn the meeting to the executive session for brief discussion.
Correct. Any other new business? Hearing none, public session, please. Remember, when you come up to the podium, please state your name, where you live.
All right, so we'll start here with Coleman. Ms. Coleman?
My name is Carla Coleman, and I live in the Georgia building, and I'm starting to arm, but I got a whole, my thing is, people still parking outside when handicapped people that park outside, the people that come for handicapped people, they don't want, the guards ain't making no moves. Some of them do and some don't. Some of the guards do, they do these. Some of the guards do, they do this, and some don't. When people try to get off the bus in front of the building, that's a problem. That's one problem we got. Another problem
Ms.
is
Coleman, I'm sorry. What is the problem?
the handicap problem. When people try to get off the van from their program and stuff, they can't get off. They're trying to get off the car that's parked right there.
In front of the building.
In front of the building.
There's a handicap space for them to let people off that have wheelchairs and things of that nature.
So
And
it's
that's what
that
she's
curve.
talking
That's a
about.
Jones,
It's being
right?
blocked?
Yeah.
It's being blocked.
Okay.
Then we got another place, they're always doing wrong to the guards. Some guards walk outside, and some guards do their duties. Some guards walk outside, and some guards do their duties outside. But another one, walking machines in our building. Three of them was out for a couple of days or so.
What was out for 3 days?
Washing machine. Washing machine. Then I got another one. It's a guy that got the motor outside is plugging his motor through the window. outside that live in my building. That did, yeah. That's another one.
Wait, the motor?
You got like a court, and they got a cord inside the window, and the window open, and they plug it in, and they stay out there all night long.
So he's using
He's charging
electricity?
it.
He's charging something?
Yeah,
What is he charging?
it's like a blue thing.
Power scooter.
Oh, a scooter?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Where he plug it up to?
And it plugs it up through the window. See, and for me, that's a safety issue because that window's open, somebody can come, anybody can go there and just lift it up, climb it.
So he don't live in the building?
Yeah, he did
lives
this.
there.
Okay.
But it's just, to me, it's just a safety issue that that window is open.
Is his apartment window?
Yeah, no, it's,
In the community room.
The community room.
So he has a motor scooter, I'm just trying to, he has a motor scooter and he charges his motor scooter in the community lobby through the window?
yes.
So the scooter's outside and he takes the plug and run it through the window and plug it into the plug in the community center?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then got another problem. It's a door. People is letting people in the door, but it got no long clock or nothing. It's like going down the stairway, or they by the dumpster. They keep letting people in and out the door, and they don't live here.
Security now?
I tell them, someone go around and check the door, but they.
And that's like every day, all nights, they just let the people come in?
Yeah, to that one door, and someone come to the window in the community room.
They come through the window?
Yeah,
So they're climbing in the window?
yeah.
The same window that's open with the.
No, different window.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yep.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Mr. Hill?
Good morning. My name is Kenneth Hill, French Towers President, Department 715. I'm here because week before last, public service came through about the lights in the hall. The lights been out for a minute in the back parking lot. We had cars being broken into, things happening back there. And a guy told me, he said the light was burned out from our part all the way down Hermitage. So he said that's another part for public service to do, So I just want to know, did they give y'all any time limit on it? Because like when we had meetings, I'll be getting questions asked and I can't answer them because I didn't have nobody to speak to. I spoke to Mr. Leggett about the matter, but we had no, timetable on what's what.
So when PSCNG came out,
Yes.
did they speak to management?
Management was not there. I just happened to be downstairs and I seen him out back, so I walked out back and started talking to him.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll follow up on that for you.
Yes. All right. Okay,
That
thank
was
you.
it? That was it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How y'all doing? First of all, I want to thank y'all for
Can I have your name, please?
Douglas McLeod. I want to thank y'all because I'm a
And
recipient.
what building do you live in, Mr.
French Tower, apartment 914. I'm a recipient of your what you call it, scholarship program. I want to thank y'all, for y'all support. Last time I came here, y'all took pictures of my associate degree, and that was good and fine. Now I'm in pursuit of my master's degree. I came a long way, I moved to Housing Authority, I think it was 2016. At the time, I should never even moved there. My mother used to live there, and she was deceased there. And so at that time, I had relapsed. I had 30 years clean sobriety. I said all that to say this. You know, I'm good. You know, I was a problem in the building, so to speak, you know, a few times. But, you know, I just want to thank y'all, first of all. But my real issue is I want to address with Mr. Tibbs. Because, you know, I go to work every day. I'm still in school. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. But I'm always getting these eviction notices, going to court when the court notice got the previous month. They didn't even hear yet on the docket. You know, I just don't think it's fair because I pay my rent all the time. You know, my rent is at the max. I pay it, and I done been to court already 2 times. Case done been thrown out. I gotta go to court again. And Fran was there the other day. There was a couple of late charges that I had that she took off, and the rest of the balance was for October. October ain't even here yet. You know, I don't know what, you know, what's the process of filing for an eviction. But I feel if I'm not behind on my rent, I shouldn't be standing in front of a judge. I got one more, well, I guess it's a question. If you're a resident of the housing authority, can you apply for an employment?
Can you apply for who?
Employment,
With the housing authority?
yes.
You know, when the job's open, yes. Any position that there, you should apply for.
Thank you.
But after you finish, please take some time to speak to Mr. Tibbs.
Yeah, we'll sit down, we'll talk about it, we'll go through the details, why that's happening, see if we can't correct that.
Mr. McLeod,
Yes.
first of all, I want to tell you, I'm proud of you. Keep the good work up. Sometimes the devil is very busy, but don't let nobody steal your joy. Okay? You
Thank you.
keep pushing forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Pickett?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, I should say.
Same difference.
I live in Josephson Building. And we have a bed bug problem over there. And I've addressed it, and I believe that where I addressed it to is will be taken care of. But the main person, Mr. Lisniak, I think his name is? Lisniak, okay. He calls people out of their name all the time, and has been doing this for years. And when asked, they say they have nothing in the files. I've written them up many times. Nothing has been done. Something must be done. Now I want to tell you this. He has lived in many housing places throughout Mercer County, and they've put him out.
This is the resident we're talking about?
Yes, they've put him out. Now, if you don't know how to do it, you need to go find out. Somebody needs to go down to the court and listen to get some pointers or whatever. But something's going on if he's still in our building, because he has done some things. There's a man that takes the remote and puts it down in his pants, and all kinds of nasty stuff like this. I mean, worse, it's worse than that. But something needs to be done. You can't change a racist. You can't, I mean, that one you can't. Some you can. And some have been changed. But this one, he is steady on the path, steady on his, what he calls his job. And you see now, if somebody reach back and just grab him, oh, they'll have to go to court and they have to do this, that. It's not fair to the tenants who live there to have to be called nigger day in and day out. Yes. He's been doing this. Am I correct? Am I correct? All right now.
What is his position?
And if you ask them to look in his file to see, none of this paper, and I've written many, I don't waver. Now, some of you know me. I have written, I've put it in there, and they say there's nothing in the file. Okay? So now, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to tell you now, I will go to court and stand up for any tenant who might go upside his head or knock him down. Why? Because I know he said something, especially if I hear it. But if you tell me he did, I know he did, because he does this all day long. He tortured a guard this past weekend. He's got bed bugs crawling all over him. He's asked not to go in the community room. He went in there anyway. He was asked not to stand by the guard's desk. He stood there anyway. And what he told that guard, I mean, that young man, my hat is off to him, because he did not react. He stayed in his character, okay? But something must be done about this man soon. I mean, real soon. And it's not fair to the tenants who live in that building. It is just not fair. It is not fair. We've endured this for a couple of years, okay? And I mean, someone needs to do something soon. Now, if you don't know how, I guess I can do a few things. I'll go to court where these other folks go to court and find out how you getting them out of there real quick. I'm trying to tell you, it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful that we have to live amongst this. But now let me say this to you. We have people in our building who don't like what he does, and they chastise him. But now we had a cookout last week. We made sure he got food, okay? We made sure that he got a plate of food. But when they went up there to put the plate, the bugs running around the hallway, you know what I'm saying? So they couldn't leave it in front of his door. But they went back and they wrapped it up, maybe 2 or 3 bags, very tightly, and left it at his door. So it's not that we're treating him badly at all. That's just his nature. Okay? He always, anytime we have him food or whatever, or something downstairs, he comes down, he partakes. So it's not that we're treating him bad or doing him badly. It's him treating us, but we are, we got to stand back like this. I'm tired. All right. I'm going to leave that right there. And I'll table anything else I got to say. 'Cause I have more, but I'm going to table that. You'll have a good day.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ms. Marshall?
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Virginia Marshall, and I live in Downey. Downey Resident Council. I'm not going to do any complaints because it's just a waste of time. But I just want to say I congratulate everybody for making efforts to keep doing and keep being team builders to succeed in what the goal that we have. And that's to create more housing, create business, help people go forward, have hope, and unlike with our government, to, just go forward. A lot of people are getting in that depressed state. They don't know how to navigate. And, we just have to keep encouraging people, keep trying to help people get to their next level, get to, their goals. And like I congratulate the young man who, you was part of the problem, now you're part of the solution. So that's good. You took your negative and you made it a positive. So keep going forward no matter what happens. Okay. So, as far as our goals for junior one, I think it's a great idea to bring in the banking. Someone who was once into banking, working with the banking institutions, the one thing we found in the community, as I was in the community a lot, is people don't know how to do banking. They don't know how to have financial criteria in their life. Some people can't even balance a checkbook. And it's not, even adults, even young adults, older adults, some people are very old school. You have to kind of guide them, teach them the new ways, because we're changing in our dynamics. And some older people, they like hiding money in their mattress, the floorboard, the wall, and you know, they're more, that's what they trust, that's what they're used to. So I welcome that. You guys should really think about that. We should take all navigations as possible, state, local, and federal level, of what we can get to engage and go forward into what we have to do. We know our goal already. We know what we got to do. We just have to go and get the resources, because as you see, some of it's not going to come to us. We really got to go and get it. So, like I said, I'm on the team. I've been in this for the long run. I've seen it up, down, all around, from a little child to an adult. And I'm just looking forward to this actually going forward. And if we need help doing what we got to do to get resources, monies, whatever, even if we got to, I don't know, car wash, whatever we got to do. it's like whatever, you know, I'm in. So let's just keep going.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, Ms. Marshall.
You're welcome.
That's all from the list. And if there's anybody else that would like to speak?
I started not to, but because to me, every time we bring a complaint up, nothing seems to get done. So my name is James Coleman. I live in the Josephson Apartments, and I am the president of the Josephson building. But to me, it's like every time we bring forth a complaint, nothing ever gets done. And it's unfair for us to sit down here and I keep complaining about the smoking. Okay, you got a smoking policy that nobody's enforcing, so it's like a joke. You lied to us. It's supposed to be smoke-free, but when you walk outside, not only are the tenants out there smoking, but you got guards out there smoking. You got, you know, other employees of the lawn care smoking on the property. So it makes me feel like, okay, we were just deceived to believe that this was supposed to be a smoke-free property, and everybody is continuing to do what they want to do. When they come to the community room, you know, there's certain things that, you know, they tell us we're not supposed to do. So when we, you know, try to go in there and you know, enforce the policies of what the authority wants, then we get either cussed out or we get told that I'm gonna do this anyway. You know, they told us we couldn't gamble, so okay, we found out another way to, you know, play bingo. We give prizes for bingo instead of, you know, the jackpot money like and the jackpot didn't be that big. It was like, what, $11, $12, but they said we couldn't do that. So we tried to find another way, you know, to play bingo. But I mean, but to, you know, to keep bringing up stuff that people say, you know, is not supposed to happen, and then we find out it's happening. And every time we come to the meeting to bring up the stuff, it's like nothing seems to get done about it. So, like, what's the use of us keep coming here complaining about stuff and nobody seems to be doing anything? There's a problem. We need a solution to it. What's the solution? How are we going to enforce something that y'all said that's not supposed to be going on, but then it's still going on?
Okay. Thank you so much. That's it, Mr. Tibbs? At this time, we have commissioner comments. Ms. Staton?
Just a few things. Just want to thank all the residents who came and spoke to us. Please don't think that your comments fall on deaf ears. They do not. We all take notes on it, and we try to, you know, follow up with the administration best we can to see if there's a resolution for them. I'm not gonna be too long with that. The one that stuck out the most to me was the tenant at Josephson Home, the one with the disrespect, you know, yeah, so that one really got to me because, that's completely unacceptable. I couldn't imagine having that happen on a daily basis. You know, it does happen though, you know, we got plenty, you know, folks who still, you know, subscribe to that kind of thing, but, not where you live and not all the time. And if you have made documented complaints about Mr. Leslie, I don't know what the procedures are. I don't want to be like attorney, but I would like to see, something done about him in the very near future. There's no way tenants who we provide housing to have to deal with that, because that could be removed. That is something, I know we have problems with washers, lights and things like that, but he can go. Just like you said, I'm not sure how it happens, but we need to start that process. I'll leave it at that. I'm no attorney, but I would like to see the other residents be able to live in dignity while in our property. And if this is the one thing that is keeping that from happening, he gotta go.
I will say, and I'm not gonna speak for our council that do the work with evictions, but I do know, and as a side comment with Commissioner Gentry, look at the leases, and there's also common law requirement that certain people can't interfere with the habitability of the place with other people. So there may be options available. I don't want to say that, but I think that's worth looking at. So, Mr. You have a very able counsel, Mr. Tucker, I'm sure. We probably should be consulted on that. That'd be my recommendation.
Absolutely. Well, I hope that happens sooner than later because I really don't want to hear that again. I hope you don't ever have to come back and tell me that. Someone called you out your name. That's all.
Commissioner Baines?
No, I don't have anything for this meeting.
Thank you so much. Commissioner Walker?
So I too agree with Commissioner Staton in reference to Mr. Listening. And I thank you, residents, for coming. There's a question I have in reference to the security door. Do we have an alarm on that door that people are?
It's supposed to be alarmed, so that might be an issue because maybe it's not alarming. Because if it gets open from the outside, well, it's locked from the outside, but if it gets open from the inside, it's supposed to alarm. So that might be something.
Yeah, it looks like it's an inside job. So
Yeah.
maybe you want to check.
Yeah, because they open it from inside, so they can walk down and then push the door, but it's supposed to alarm.
Yeah. And as far as the lights in the parking lot, we are able to answer in reference to how long that would take.
I'll actually check with PSCG about the ticket, the open ticket is there. They came out to check the bulb originally, because the bulbs were out, we did put tickets in with PSCG. But when they came out, they found that it was actually a short wire between Hermitage, like Mr. Hill said, between Hermitage and our property. So it's a different department that handles the wiring, rewiring the lights and bulbs. So it's taking on the point. We have the same issue here. We had PSNG come out, take a look at all the light bulbs, put all the light bulbs able to be turned on, replaced, but they found that there are wires that have been cut, and that's a whole different department that has a whole different schedule process also.
All right, and for Douglas McLeod, I just want to give you a personal congratulations. I knew him from the things that he went through, and it's just nice to see that he rose above it and he's doing well now. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Ms. Mathis, I want to ask you a question concerning Commissioner Walker. And I know we had this conversation before, and this is the only reason why I'm bringing it up. if the alarm goes off on the door, is the guard, can he get up and go see? Because the conversation we had before is the guard needs to stay at his post and he cannot move. So I don't know if that's a conversation that we need to have with the the director of security.
Right. Yeah, because they have cameras also that are in that lobby, so if they did have to go and see about an alarm, you know, the command center here can also see what's happening at that desk while they move. So, but that may be something to also, you know, talk to Mr. Glover about.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Audrey, for that. Commissioner Green?
My only comments is about security, the policy and professionalism. I think there needs to be some type of conversation regarding their work duties. Because to me, common sense is if an alarm go off in a building that you're the security guard for, and if you're at a post, you need to get up and you need to see why the alarm is going off. That absolutely makes no sense to sit there to listen to an alarm go off and you're a security guard.
But this ain't, the alarm's not going off.
So it's not going on?
Yeah, it's
So
not.
then it's also a part of the security guards to know if the alarms are working or not working. It's just not, to me, it just, I don't know, maybe I'm not comprehending, it makes absolutely no sense. Also, if there's no smoking on the building, we have residents saying that the guards are smoking on the building. That's the issue too. For me, that should be a write-up. Also, if the guards are being verbally abused by tenants, that should be an incident report. So guards also, like, we all have to do our parts, and I always say this as residents and as professionals. So if you're at work and someone that is called harassment, harassing you, that needs to be documented, because if things aren't documented, you can't just remove a tenant out of the household and we don't have documentation. So that's something as residents, like, we can hear your complaints, but legally, you cannot just kick a tenant out. You have to document everything. So incident reports need to be either emailed, written, or whatever from the employees and the residents, because we can't just take this man to court and nobody didn't document anything. There's no paper trail. So a paper trail needs to be created on him. And also with security, they need to be held responsible, like, because I get calls about security guards all the time, and it's becoming pretty frustrating because we all have a job to do. So, like the plugging up the scooter through the window, that's a no. Like, that's, like, come on. Again, security guards, that need to be, they just need to do their job. So I think a conversation with the director of security, it's time to start putting pressure on their back before somebody trip over the cord in our building, and then we're liable for that. So that's all I have to say.
I just wanted to say, Commissioner Green, so you know, security is a big thing for me as well. And when we left out here in June, I promised the residents that I would try to follow up on some of this, and I did. I met with the director about it, and you know, we went over a few things. They are a union, they're a union, and so if anybody's been in a union environment, then sometimes you have to, you know, you have to massage these things in a way to get to where you need to be. But the director was very willing to have that conversation with us, with them, with the residents, all at once, so we kind of, you know, because we all want to get on the same page. I don't think, I would like to think they're not doing this intentionally. I think maybe they don't understand what the expectation is of them. And so maybe we need to make that clear again, and if they don't think they can meet it, then they should step off. You know, so I think I'm gonna be very positive. I just think it's a misunderstanding right now. And so hopefully we can meet with them sooner than later, and spell out what it is, you know, from what we received, the complaints we received, and for their underperformance, and see if, you know, there's a way that they can step up to the plate. Or maybe we need to revise what it is we need from, maybe they don't have the right expectations from us. You know, it could be a whole lot of things. I don't know what the job description is. I don't know what it is exactly they're supposed to be doing. I only know about the things that they don't. and it is getting more and more and more. So let's try to do that as soon as possible. We did have the conversation over the summer, and we're looking to do something with it. So hopefully that'll happen soon. So I did. I made the call. I mean, I certainly stepped up to it. So just hold on a little bit longer. It's getting there. Just hold on. Thank you, Mr. President.
Commissioner Trenton.
There's a lot of conversation going on about the guards this, the guards that. What is the expectation of the guard, and what does the guard understand about that expectation? It's real easy to walk in somewhere and say, you know, well, the guard should have dealt with this, and the guard's thing is that's outside my pay grade. I don't deal with that, you know, I'm just eyes and ears, you know, because there's a lot of limitations with our guards here, because number one, they're not armed. In this atmosphere, you gotta kind of watch where you go and what you check out. You're not just going to just jump up and walk somewhere, because a lot of, one thing a guard think about is their own safety, even as a guard. You know, I mean, I know I've done the job for a while, you know, working as a guard, but I agree with Commissioner State, there needs to be a clear understanding of what the expectations are, because if the guard's not clear on the expectations, some things they'll look at and say, nah, I got a fear on that one. I'm not going down there, you know. If enough people try that door, they're not going through that door. Because they don't know who the hell coming through that door. And, I mean, they have nothing to defend themselves with. So they're going to kind of stick close to that desk, you know. But I think it's necessary to find out, get a clear understanding. What do you expect from the guards, and what of that can the guards do? They might say, look, it's not for me. That's why they don't do it. You know, then you have to find people who will do it, you know. But one thing I do want to talk about, that disrespectful tenant, oh my God, he got to go. That's crazy. Because, you know, situations like that, he can end up with what they call an out-of-court decision. Oh no, that just can't be. That's just going too far back in time.
Mr. Guards reporting that?
Yeah, so the incident was reported over the weekend, and everything was escalated up. So we're taking the necessary measures with addressing that.
Wait.
I'm a commissioner that day.
That's it.
Okay, I guess it's my turn now. First of all, I am so glad to see all of your wonderful faces. We've been gone for 2 months, and I hope everybody had a wonderful summer. And now it's time for us to get back on track to do some great things. And with us all working together, I feel as though we can accomplish anything. You know, teamwork makes the dream work, right? Also, I would like to talk about, I asked Ms. Grant to come into the room because I think she does a wonderful job with the things that she do. I was just, I had a wonderful conversation with Commissioner Staten, and I need to talk to you about resident council to see if we can start maybe having a training session for them. But I need to know the ins and outs first before we can set up a class for resident council to move forward and be a part of the things that go on at the Housing Authority. because if we are trained in the right aspect of things, we can do a lot of good things. And I appreciate if you can offer your assistance to me with that for the resident council. You know, what's the job description requirements and all of those things, so we can move forward with resident council being a better part of the housing authority and the things that we do here.
Would you like me to forward that to your email?
Please. And can you also CC Ms. Staten on that also? Thank you very much. At this time, I don't have anything else. Like I said, I'm so excited to see your wonderful faces. Right now, we're gonna have a motion to go into executive session, and we will not come back.
So we can adjourn this meeting to the executive.
That is correct.
So
And
moved.
Anybody second?
Second.
All those in favor? Okay, just stay right here.
Jackson.